The most painful rejection isn't when she says no. It's when she never says it at all. She keeps you hanging, polite enough to give you hope, but never truly pulled toward you. That's how men waste months, even years, chasing women who were never interested from the start. Machiavelli would have told you, men don't lose because women reject them. They lose because they refuse to see reality. They mistake politeness for desire, smiles for attraction, and end up wasting the one resource they can never get back: time. This video gives you clarity. 7 clear signs that show when a woman isn't interested, so you can stop chasing ghosts and start investing only where desire is real. Watch until the end, because if you miss even one, you'll fall back into the same traps that keep most men stuck. The first sign you must absolutely spot is this: if her behavior never breaks the script of the environment, she's not drawn to you. Look carefully. A waitress is kind to you. A coworker greets you warmly. A classmate answers your questions politely. You feel something inside: hope, excitement, maybe even butterflies. You start to believe she is interested. But in reality, she is simply following the script. Every environment has its rules. At work, she is professional. In class, she is respectful. In customer service, she is polite. None of this is attraction. It's just context. Here is the brutal truth. If she treats you exactly the way she treats everyone else, you are not special. You are background. Machiavelli would have reminded you, the wise ruler ignores the speeches of the people and studies only the moments when they act against their own script. The same applies here. The only time you can trust her interest is when she steps outside of what is expected. Think about it. The colleague who is normally efficient and focused, but finds excuses to linger at your desk. The student who is usually quiet in class, but becomes playful only with you. The woman who interrupts the smooth flow of the environment just to create a private moment. That break in the pattern is where attraction lives, because attraction is not polite. Attraction disrupts. It bends rules, creates excuses, breaks order. When she feels drawn, she can't help but seek extra time, extra attention, extra contact. But when she stays locked inside the script, it means you are not pulling anything from her. She is running the program, nothing more. Here's how most men fail. They misinterpret politeness as passion. The barista smiles while handing them coffee, and suddenly they are convinced she likes them. The coworker says "good morning" with warmth, and they start fantasizing about dates. The classmate asks for notes, and they believe she is secretly attracted. But this is hope talking. This is the brain lying to itself. Here is the Machiavellian insight you must burn into your mind. Attraction is proven only when she breaks her own rules, when she goes against the environment, not with it. So the action is simple. Stop wasting your time analyzing scripted behavior. Look only for disruption. If she never breaks the rhythm of her environment for you, she doesn't want you. And once you accept this, you save yourself months of wasted time. You stop mistaking routine for desire. You stop clinging to politeness as if it were passion. Because the truth is simple. Women who feel nothing stay inside the script. Women who feel desire create exceptions. And if no exception is ever made for you, forget it. She is not interested. The second sign you must absolutely recognize is this: when she is too agreeable, too perfect, she is not drawn to you. At first it feels good. She always smiles, always nods, always laughs at your jokes. She never disagrees, never teases, never creates friction. To the untrained eye, this looks like interest. But to a man who understands, it is the opposite. Her politeness is not attraction. It's emotional distance dressed in courtesy. When a woman truly feels desire, she cannot remain neutral. Her body and instincts betray her. She will test you with challenges. She will poke at your confidence. She will create tension without even knowing why. This isn't drama. It's her unconscious demanding proof that you are solid, that you can hold your ground. Conflict, teasing, and unpredictability are signs of investment. Flat politeness is the sign of indifference. Machiavelli would whisper, "Do not mistake peace for loyalty." True allegiance is tested in conflict. In the same way, you must not mistake smooth agreement for passion. A woman who feels nothing will play safe, because safe costs her nothing. Think about it this way. When something truly matters to you, you don't stay silent and agreeable. You get emotional. You fight for it. You challenge it. Women are no different. If she is too perfect with you, it means you are not sparking that primal fire. Here's the brutal formula. Politeness equals neutrality. Resistance equals attraction. The woman who never pushes back, never teases, never disrupts, has already placed you in the category of just another man. She is not afraid to lose you because she never felt the pull in the first place. So don't fool yourself by clinging to polite smiles. If she has never created tension with you, it's not because she respects you, it's because you don't matter to her in that way. And once you see that truth, you can stop wasting time on her and invest in women who actually feel something real when you're around. The third sign you must recognize is this. When she never steps outside the script of your environment, she's not interested. Here's what I mean. Every woman can treat you well in situations where it's expected. The colleague who is polite at work, the classmate who smiles during group projects, the waitress who laughs while taking your order. These moments feel warm, but they mean nothing, because they are part of the role she is supposed to play. A woman who truly feels desire cannot stay within those limits. She bends the rules of the environment for you. That same colleague suddenly finds excuses to stop by your desk after hours. The serious student who never jokes suddenly teases you in class. The girl who normally keeps things professional slips in a personal comment, something unnecessary, but charged. Attraction always creates a break from the expected. Machiavelli would have told you, the real game is revealed when people step outside the laws they proclaim to follow. In desire, the same principle rules. If she never shifts the script, never adds something extra that wasn't required, she's not invested. She's simply maintaining courtesy. Think carefully. If all her kindness fits perfectly within the environment, work, school, casual setting, then it isn't about you. It's about the context. But if she goes out of her way, even slightly, that's when her instincts are betraying her words. So here's the simple filter. If her actions never create new, unnecessary moments between you, she's not interested. Desire pushes people to break patterns. Indifference keeps them inside the script. And once you see this distinction, you stop falling for empty politeness. You stop mistaking professionalism, gratitude, or social manners for attraction. You only focus on the women whose instincts push them to break the rules for you. And that is the only arena where real desire lives. The fourth sign is brutal, but once you see it, you'll never waste time again. When her words are polite, but her energy is empty. Every man has lived this. You send a message and she replies, "Haha, that's funny," with nothing more. You share something personal and she answers with a dry, "Cool." You try to spark conversation and she hands you short, flat responses that feel like you're talking to a wall. This is where most men get trapped. They convince themselves she's just shy, busy, or hard to read. But here's the truth. If she wanted you, her energy would betray it. Desire cannot stay hidden. It leaks through her tone, her timing, her effort. A woman who feels pulled toward you will add something, no matter how small. She'll remember details you mentioned. She'll tease, she'll play. She'll drop hints that her mind is circling back to you even when you're not around. But when every word is generic, when every reply feels like a copy-paste, when you feel more drained after talking to her than before, you're not dealing with mystery. You're dealing with disinterest. Machiavelli would have whispered, What is offered without passion holds no loyalty. And in this game, flat responses are the proof. She's not investing in you because in her world, you don't matter enough to stir emotion. Here's the filter that will save you months of wasted energy. If her words show up, but her energy does not, she's gone. Stop searching for hidden meaning where there is none. If she cared, you wouldn't have to guess. And the moment you stop feeding into empty replies, something powerful happens. You free your energy for the women who actually give back, who break their patterns, who create tension. That is where the game becomes alive. The fifth sign you must recognize is this: if she never tests you, she doesn't want you. Most men believe the opposite. They think if a woman is always agreeable, always kind, never challenges them, it means she likes them. But that's the most dangerous illusion. Because when a woman truly feels desire, something primal switches on inside her. She cannot help but test you. Why? Because deep in her instincts, she needs to know if you can handle her storm. Attraction for her isn't just about comfort. It's about tension. It's about pressure. It's about seeing if your frame will hold when she pushes against it. So when she teases you, when she challenges your opinion, when she throws a little chaos into the mix, she's not being difficult. She's checking your strength. But when a woman never does this, when she only nods, agrees, and treats you like a hotel receptionist who's trained to smile at everyone, understand this clearly. You don't matter to her. She's not testing you because she doesn't care about the result. She's not invested. She has no reason to push, no reason to risk tension, because her body feels nothing for you. Machiavelli would have told you, those who never challenge you never feared losing you. And that's exactly the problem. Without her tests, there's no spark, no emotional investment, no proof that you matter enough to stir her instincts. Here's the brutal truth. The woman who likes you will bring friction. The woman who doesn't will bring politeness. And politeness is the slow death of desire. So the next time you meet a woman who never questions you, never teases, never pushes back, don't fool yourself into thinking it's a good sign. It's not peace. It's indifference. And indifference is the graveyard of attraction. Here's a sign most men never notice. If she never lets herself lose control around you, she doesn't truly desire you. Understand this. When a woman is drawn to a man, her emotions overflow. She may argue with him over nothing, laugh too loudly, tease him until it feels dangerous, or even storm out only to come back. Why? Because deep down, desire is not calm. Desire is chaos pressing against her control. When you awaken something primal in her, she cannot always keep her composure. But when she has no interest, she stays perfectly polite, always calm, always in control, always measured. It feels smooth, but that smoothness is death. Because if her emotions never spill, it means you haven't stirred anything inside her worth fighting over. Think carefully. The women you remember the most are not the ones who were perfectly polite. They're the ones who shook you, who pulled you into storms of laughter, anger, tension, or passion. That volatility was proof you mattered. The woman who treats you like a nice stranger in a waiting room, she's showing you what you are to her. Forgettable. Machiavelli would have whispered this to you. If the people never resist you, it means they do not care enough to follow you. In desire, the same law rules. If she never pushes back, never breaks her own calm, never lets herself slip into disorder, she doesn't feel anything powerful for you. Here's the cold truth. Emotions are energy. And if she never risks losing control around you, it's because there's nothing in you worth the risk. The last sign is the hardest to accept, because deep down you already know it. If she is not interested in you, you don't need a guide or a trick, or even her words. You can feel it in your gut. The problem is not that you don't see the signs. The problem is that you don't want to see them. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, she's just busy, she's shy, she's not ready right now? But then you find out she's texting another man back instantly, laughing at his jokes, making time for him without excuses. The difference was never her schedule. The difference was her desire. Machiavelli would have whispered this. Men destroy themselves not because they lack information, but because they ignore the truth that is right before their eyes. You are no different when you cling to false hope. Every unanswered message, every excuse, every maybe next time is not confusion. It is rejection wearing a polite mask. Here is the brutal but liberating truth. When a woman wants you, she makes it clear. She finds the time. She bends her world. She breaks her own rules to feel your presence. And when she doesn't, nothing you do will change that. So stop wasting months interpreting polite smiles and empty words. Stop building castles of hope on sand. See the reality she has already shown you. Because the moment you accept it, you stop being her forgotten option and start reclaiming your time, your energy, and your power. You've just walked through 7 signs that separate truth from illusion. And now the fog is gone. No more wasting months on false hope. No more chasing smiles that mean nothing. No more clinging to women who never saw you as more than background. Machiavelli would remind you, power belongs to the man who sees clearly, while others choose to stay blind. And now you see. You understand the difference between kindness and desire, between politeness and passion, between being tolerated and being wanted. Carry this forward. Stop bending for women who would never bend for you. Stop inventing excuses for behavior that already gave you the answer. Put your time and energy into women who break their own patterns for you, who choose you without hesitation, who feel that pull they cannot control. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Your life changes the moment you stop begging to be chosen and start choosing yourself. From that place, women don't just notice you, they pursue you. Not because you begged, not because you forced, but because their instincts leave them no other choice. Walk with clarity, carry your power, and from this moment forward, become the man no woman can ever erase from her mind, the man she cannot help but want beside her. If this opened your eyes and you're serious about becoming the man who's in full control of his life, my book is now available, The Undeniable Man, Built to be Chosen. It's a strategic guide for men who want to attract, lead, and dominate in their love life and beyond. Whether you're single or in a relationship, no fluff, no tricks, just pure, powerful strategy that will set you apart from 99% of men, and that you will actually use every day. The link is in the description. And if this video spoke to you, don't just keep your thoughts in your head. Write a comment, even just a few words. It helps you remember these lessons, and it might help someone else too. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content, and share it with someone who, in your eyes, needs it right now. Just trust your instinct. We're all trying to get clearer, more solid inside. So let's build minds that don't break.